Hey folks, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I thought I would go through the gear that I'm going to take on my through hike of the John Muir Trail. Let's get to it. First, let's look at the backpack that I'm going to be taking on this through hike. This is the Gossamer Gear Gorilla 50-liter backpack, and I love this backpack. It's extremely comfortable and handles heavier loads really well. Which is going to be needed for this trip. So I'm planning to do the JMT in about 16 days. In those first 9 days, I'm going to have to carry around 8.5 days worth of food until I resupply at VVR. And so I'm anticipating my total weight to be day one around 31 pounds, base weight, food, liquids, everything around 31 pounds. And this backpack does an excellent job of carrying that weight. I love these hip belt pockets. So what I use these for, things I want to easily access. So I have, sunscreen lotion. I have my Gerber little multi-tool, knife, screwdriver, things like that. And then chapstick. And I have a paper clip. So for those of you who are familiar with the channel, you'll know that I wear hoodies all the time. That's just what I like to wear, especially when I'm hiking. Well, I found like if I'm out walking in a meadow or up a pass and it's really windy, my hood doesn't stay on. So I've been using a paper clip where I just, slab that on, and that has worked out really well. I used it in my Maroon Bells trip and it's worked out really well for me. So I keep anything in here that I need to have easy access to without trying to take off my backpack. I'll put in these hip pockets, and they're nice and deep. And this one, I just keep snacks, snacks that I want to access during the day. So great hip pockets, really good cushion in here, very comfortable. Let's see, I also have a Z-Packs little bottle holder that I've added to the backpack. I like having my water right here or whatever I'm drinking. I want easy access to. And this allows to free up some space of what I can put into my side pockets. So I really enjoy having that as part of my backpack. Let's get into some of the gear, and we'll start with what's on the outside of the pack first. So first, let's look at my Diddy bag. And I really love this. It's a waterproof bag, a dry bag, and you can customize it however you want. They have patterns, or you can put your own image on there. And so I put my Crimson Blaze logo. And let's see what I am carrying inside. So I have a foldable spoon. I found that at a store that's here in Colorado called Shields, and I love it. And I like it over the titanium spoon because, one, it's still long, but I like the fact that it can fold up and I can put it away easily into my Diddy bag. On this trip, because I am going to be out for an extended period of time, I'm bringing extra toiletries with me, which is adding to my weight. So deodorant, it's called Native deodorant, really small. I like these because they can pack away really small. And I know, you don't have to wear deodorant. You stink out there anyway. People know you stink, they stink. But I like having deodorant. It just makes me feel better in the morning when I'm getting ready. It makes me feel a little fresher. Z-Packs toothbrush, comes out like that, really easy. I like having the handle, and I use that for my toothbrush. For toothpaste, I've been using these tablets, which I really like. So you take 1 or 2 tablets, you just chew it up, and it creates the foam in your mouth, and then you just brush it away. And I like it because I can carry the exact amount that I need for my trip. And they're really lightweight, so I like that as well. Chapstick, can't have enough chapstick. I hear the sun is brutal out there on the John Muir Trail, and my lips burn. I've been burned many times, so I'm bringing SPF. Like this one's 45 and this one's medicated, and I think it's 15, like Blistex, but this is I'll bring me some chapstick on my trip. And then again, more suntan lotion that I'll keep packed away. Can't have too much suntan lotion. I try to cover as much as I can with my sun hoodies and everything, but like to have that around. For water, I am bringing these aqua tabs. So typically I bring a backup water filter. Well, I'm trying to minimize some weight because I'm having to carry some extra things. So I'm using these aqua tabs as a backup. So you put it in your water, 30 minutes later, it's clean. It doesn't filter the water, but it'll make sure, I believe it's bacteria and virus, which is another thing I like about it. If there's, whatever. I've seen people put chlorine, drops of chlorine, have to boil your water, whatever. These aqua tabs should do the trick there, and they are extremely lightweight. So like that. I have these porta wipes. This is my toilet paper. So this is compressed paper. You add water to it, and then it expands. So I like having these little guys along with me. Again, what is this, 10 in here that I can easily pack away for a trip. So that should do me for the time that I'm on the trail. This is just a little case of Advil, ibuprofen that I carry with me. I have this is my medical bag, it's a Mount Laurel designed, it's waterproof. And this is where I keep things like, anti-chafing cream. I'll keep, big bandages, small bandages, some gauze pads. I have like burn gel, again, smaller Band-Aids. I carry some moleskin in case I get blisters. I carry insect repellent, Bacardin. That stuff is great. And I'll carry multiples of all this stuff. So I'll carry a few packs of that. I hear mosquitoes can be bad on the John Muir Trail. Some more chafing cream. Yeah. And just really a lot of, stuff that you need for a little medical kit. So I keep that in this waterproof bag. Cordage. I always bring extra cordage just for some of the gear that I use, especially like around with my tarp. This is some shock cord, which is great. I bring some Zing-It rope with me, which also has these little, stingers that help. Again, this is more for my tarp and securing my tarp to the ground. It's always good to have rope anyway, so I take that. And I carry, some extra tape, whether it's Dyneema tape or stuff for my gear, for a sleeping pad, whatever it is. I'll carry extra tape just for repair. So cordage, repair kit stuff. I have my little stove, and I can't remember if it's a BSR, BRS. I always get that mixed up, but it weighs like an ounce, and I've owned this for a few years, and this thing is awesome. So this is part of my little cook kit, 1 ounce for boiling water, and it works fantastic. I have my little Nightcore Tiki flashlight, and I put a little clip on here, so Instead of a headlamp, I will just use it like that. And it works great. I think it has over 300 looms, and it is awesome. I really like this, extremely lightweight. Little tiny Bic lighter. That's wonderful for starting my stove. I have glue, super glue, again, more for repair. And also I've heard like if you get deep cuts or stuff that you can put super glue in it to kind of help protect other junk from getting in there until you can get to a proper place. So I brought super glue and also for gear as well. This is a soft shackle that I use instead of a carabiner. I will typically use this for hanging my backpack off of my hammock suspension to keep my backpack off the ground. So extremely lightweight, lighter than a carabiner, just as strong, does great. And then finally, I have my GoV, which is a Bluetooth device that tracks the weather continuously and sends it to my phone. So this lets me track the temperature throughout the day, especially throughout the night, and how it's going up, going down. And I really like this. To me, this was a little upgrade than what I used to have, where it just showed the max and min for that day. This little device I just keep here in my bag. I really never take it out. I just look at the app on my phone, and it works great. So that is the stuff in my Diddy bag. So other things that I keep in my backpack that I want easy access to is I have my hammock gear Dyneema tarp. It is 12 feet long. It has doors, and I love it. And I keep it out here for easy access. In case it does storm during the day, I want to be able to have access to it, and I can hang this up, in a minute or so. And this is always great. An absolute must for hammock camping. This is just my tarp stakes. So this is my bag, and I just keep, different my different stakes in here to secure that. That has worked out really well. Again, I want easy access to this stuff. Also, speaking of easy access, I have a Frog Togs rain jacket, which has served me well, and it works great. Doesn't wet through. I also use it as the most outer layer for keeping me warm if it gets really cold at night. Not expecting that on this trip, but always carry with me a rain jacket and a little, this is a backpack rain cover. Made of Dyneema, extremely lightweight, and this will cover my 50-liter bag. So I make sure I have those things easily accessible. At the bottom here, I have my little cook kit. So this is my cozy where I keep, so I'll have my fuel in here and then my pot. So I think this is a 550 milliliter. I'll put it down at the bottom of the screen. Toke's pot, and it's great. I mean, again, I don't need anything big. I'm not cooking in here. I'm generally boiling a cup and a half at most of water, typically, and that's what this will do. So I like how this packs away really small and light, and I won't need this until dinner time, so I put it at the bottom of my pack. Other things I have are my hammock suspensions. So you will notice that I am not using the most lightweight hammock suspension because I've noticed, again, on the Colorado Trail, coming in after maybe a 15 or 20 mile day of hiking, I really don't want to fiddle around with my hammock. I want something that's super easy, super quick, and that's what these are. And these are spiderweb daisy chain hammock suspensions, and they're awesome. So that's really all that I have in the back. One thing I do take with me is always is my Garmin InReach. So this allows me to text my wife, let her know that I'm okay. It also has SOS capability in case I get in trouble and I need a rescue team to come get me. So I'll always carry this, and I put it on a little carabiner. I always like having a little extra carabiner with me, but this one is multifunctional. So it's kind of my backup for starting a fire because it has a little, I forgot, the flint, steel and flint on it to create a spark for a fire. It has a little blade. It has even a little head for like a flathead screwdriver. So it is multifunctional. So I just put that on my InReach and then I hang it on my bag and I'm good to go. So I'll always bring this as well. Let's see here. All right, so we'll start getting into some of the side pockets here. An umbrella. Yes, I am bringing a sun umbrella. I hear that the sun is brutal on the John Muir Trail, that you are really exposed for the majority of the time. I have this little strap here on my side strap of my shoulder, and it hooks into this. And so it kind of goes like this and then gives you coverage. And I like it. And so hopefully it's only a few ounces, I believe. But I think, and all the videos I've seen, that I think this is going to be a needed item. So I am taking an umbrella with me. Let's see what else is in this pocket. I generally bring especially if we're on a longer trip, I'll bring like a little handkerchief, bandana, whatever. And this will be cleaning everything, my body, my feet, all stuff. This is, multi-purpose kind of bandana that I'm going to use. And this is more of a cook cloth. So I don't want to use this for cleaning out my pot that, has been cleaning my dirty feet. And what else, I want to use this as more of cleaning my spoon, my pot. It's really small, and a little towel that I'm going to use for that. So, and also I am bringing, the water filter is my Katadyn Be Free, and I have a 1 liter bag here, and that's really all I'm bringing. That goes into that side pocket. Over here, I have, I'll carry with me one of my hiking poles. And really, I'm bringing an extra hiking pole. I always hike with one, but I'm bringing an extra hiking pole in case I need to go to the ground. So you'll see some of that gear in my pack in a minute, but in case I have to go to the ground, I need to be able to have hiking poles to pitch my tarp and then sleep on the ground with some coverage over me. So I have that, and then I have my electronics bag. All right, so let's get into this. This is my electronics bag. Again, it's another Mount Laurel Design waterproof bag, and this is where I'm going to keep like my power banks, cords, things of that nature. And because of the length of this trip, and because of I'm not resupplying until like after 9 days, I'm bringing some extra power banks to power my camera and my phone and all the other electronics that I have. So what I'm filming this on is the DJI Action 4 camera, which is great. It has a monopod stick as well as a tripod that I'll be carrying with me. But to keep that camera going, I am carrying 3 power banks. And it may be overkill, but I don't want to be out there without power. So I have 1 power bank here. This is 20,000 milliamp. And I know this will last me for 4 days with full videos, like with not having to worry about what I'm videotaping. I know this will get me for 4 days. And then I have another 20,000 milliamp because I figured the first one can get me halfway through. One can get me the other halfway through. And this is the VRU-RC. I saw it on a video and I like it because it has built-in cords. This is probably what I'll start taking with me on future trips when I just need one. It has the built-in standard cords that you need for your phone, for USB, and the older USB types as well. So that is really great. So these are for the 2 weeks that I think I'm going to need to power my camera during those 9 days before I can, power up again. And then I have another, I think this one is just 10,000 milliamp, which will power my phone, my inReach, my little flashlight, my watch, things like that for 9 days. I brought another power bank for that as well. This is a little case for carrying extra batteries for my camera, my DJI action camera. This holds 3, so one is in the camera, obviously, and then I have other 2 as backups in case I need them throughout the day. And then I also have a little power outlet. I don't know what you call it. But obviously, when I get to VVR, I need a place to charge the stuff my power banks. So this will let me do that when I get there at the VVR, the resort. So, well, that is my electronics bag, and I keep that on the side of my backpack. Really, the only other things I'm keeping on the outside is I have this Z-Packs butt pad, which is great. So I just put it in here. Gossamer Gear comes with its own, but I like this one. It's small and I think it's more comfortable. So I'll keep this to give me a little cushion on my back and also a place to sit because I'm not carrying a chair because I have a hammock. And also this, this is something else that I'm carrying on the outside of my pack. And this is a bear or animal deterrent. So basically it opens up and emits a high-pitched noise that is meant to scare wildlife away. And you may or may not know, but you're not allowed to have bear spray on the John Muir Trail. So, and I typically carry this anyway, and I carry it on the front here because all I have to do is pull this down, and again, it emits that loud noise on from my pack, and hopefully will scare animal away. So I'll be carrying this with me. All right, and I think that is everything on the outside of the pack. So now let's get inside to the good stuff, right? What do we have on the inside of the pack? So I'll be taking it out in order of how I use it. And so I have 2 food carrying devices. So first I have a bear canister, a bear vault, and this is the 450, so it's small. It's the one I have, and it's not going to be big enough for carrying 8.5 days of food. But I didn't want to go out and buy another bear vault. I guess you could rent one, but I like my bear vault. So I'll be putting my food in here. This is a requirement, is to use a bear vault. But I'm also bringing a food bag. So another Hilltops bag that I'll be using. And I'll be putting my first 4 days of food in here. Because those first 4 days of my trip, there's going to be a bear box at the camping places that I'm at. And so that's going to help me out a lot. So those first 4 days, I'll put the food in here, and then I can keep all of my food in those bear boxes at the campsite and not have to worry about it. After those 4 days, I don't believe there's any other bear boxes for a long while. So that's why I'll be using the bear canister after that. And now, the big one, the hammock. So I am bringing my Dutch chameleon. So after this whole season, I've been trying to fine tune. I have a Dutch netless, which is awesome. It's lightweight. I've been trying to sleep in a pad in it. And I just, I didn't like it. It just didn't work for me. I do not like sleeping in a pad in my hammock. And sleep to me is going to be a priority on the trail when you're hiking these many miles and you're out this many days. Sleep to me is a priority. So I thought, I know this is heavier, but I'm going to bring my most comfortable hammock, and that is my Dutch chameleon. It has an integrated underquilt. So Dutch has worked with Jack's Are Better, and this underquilt, which is rated 20, 25 degrees, zips on to the chameleon. And this is fantastic. You talk about trying to be convenient on the trail. This is going to be nice because I don't have to worry about all the cordage and fine tuning it on both sides or anything because it's zipped in, so it's secure. I know it's going to have me covered from head to toe. The only thing I need to do is cinch up the front, the head, and the foot to eliminate any of the cold gaps that may come through there, and that's it. So again, I chose convenience over weight, and I think I'm going to sleep better in this. Clothes bag. Yeah, for those of you who know me and seen in my videos, I love this clothes bag. I use it to put underneath my knees for extra support when I'm sleeping in my hammock. But let's see what's in my clothes bag here. So I'll always carry a puffy with me. This is the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisper. I know it's expensive, but man, this is a great lightweight puffy, and I love it. It's fantastic. Some warm gloves. These are the bushtail possum gloves from Z-Packs, and I've used them on a couple trips, and yeah, I like them. They're pretty good, keeping my hands warm. Just a beanie for my head. So I'm going to bring 2 extra pair of socks. One typically made to keep my feet a little more warm at night if I needed to, or just a backup pair for hiking. Also, I've heard there's a lot of water crossings on the JMT, so I may want to have an extra pair of socks just for putting on some dry socks after walking through river crossings for a day. So I'm bringing a couple extra pair of socks, which I normally don't do, but I'm hoping that'll help. Just shorts, camp shorts, North Face, really lightweight. Love these. These are great. And then, of course, a hoodie. Again, another hoodie that I will sleep in and probably hike out on the last day. And then I have my Zen Bivy, the ultralight one. This has been great. I've got videos on this. I rave about this. Again, I have to look. It's either 20, 25 degree top quilt. So this is what I'll be using to help keep me warm in my hammock. So this is fantastic. Now some extra stuff that I'm bringing. Oh, this is an extra. This is my pillow. This is the Nemo Pillow Elite, which is great. It's insulated, really soft top cover. Very comfortable pillow. Still fairly lightweight, so I use this on most of my trips now. And now some of the other stuff that I'm bringing that I hope I don't have to use. All right, so this is my Nemo Tensor insulated pad. And I love this sleep pad, extremely comfortable. And I'm bringing it in case I need to go to the ground. My hope is that I don't have to go to the ground. I'll find trees at each of my campsite. Or maybe I want to camp, cowboy camp at specific sites like Evolution Lake, where I know there's no trees, but maybe I want a cowboy camp. So I am bringing the Nemo Tensor insulated pad in case I do have to go to the ground. And because I have a pad, I also have a ground sheet. So this is just Tyvek's ground sheet that I use. And I'll just put this on the ground and put my pad on top of it to protect my pad a little bit. And then the other half of the Zen Bivy system is this pillow bar, it's awesome, right? This attaches to the pad, and then the quilt actually attaches to these draft collars on the side, so it eliminates all drafts on the neck, the shoulder, the head bar, keeps you extremely warm. And I think together this and the quilt is like 19.7 ounces, so that is really awesome. But again, if I have to go to the ground, then I'll put this on my pad. I'll use my Zen Bivy quilt, like I always do with the pad, and that should keep me warm. And I think that is it. That is the gear that I am bringing with me on my John Muir Trail Thru-Hike, and it comes out around to be a little over 19 pounds for my base weight, which is not horrible. It's not great, but I'm having to carry some extra stuff because of my extended period of hiking, and I'm also carrying extra gear in case I need to go to the ground. That's going to do it for this video. I'm anxious, nervous about my upcoming trip. Really excited about this Thru-Hike, and it's going to be an amazing adventure. And I'm about to begin the most amazing journey of my backpacking life. I'm beginning the Thru-Hike of the John Muir Trail. Let's get to it. Now that is a beautiful sign. John Muir Wilderness, Inyo National Forest.